I don't think it's a stretch to say that anything that Salehe Bembury touches at this point turns to gold. That's his Crocs collabs, his New Balance collaborations, Puma, Brand Black, and Anta. He has such a unique take on just about everything, and these are no exception. These are the New Balance 991 V2, Colors Be the Palette by Salehe Bembury and New Balance, and they mark the 10th-ish collaboration between Salehe Bembury and New Balance. Let's get into it. Now, looking at the packaging and the marketing around the packaging, it is immediately noticeable just how much of an affinity Salehe has for the outdoors. And that begun when he moved from New York City all the way out to California. He just had this love for the outdoors. And it is immediately noticeable on this particular model, but also a lot of his other collaborations, more specifically with Crocs. And with Crocs, he has the Pollux clog that has that hard outsole, a more durable upper and things like that intended for the outdoors. He has his duck boot and among other shoes that he has with them. But a lot of those shoes, a lot of the slides, a lot of those collaborations with Crocs has always been geared toward the outdoors. This particular shoe, Colors Be the Palette, is probably his most divisive because of all the colors that he's using, but they're not just used in vain. They're actually inspired by Death Valley. I have never been out to Death Valley, but looking up pictures and just kind of doing a little bit of research to understand Death Valley, you can see the colors come through on this particular collaboration. And on the packaging itself, it has what looks to be like a watercolored inspired interpretation of what Death Valley is. I think this is a really cool box or packaging for the shoe, and in my opinion, probably one of my favorite packaging for a shoe in quite some time, especially for a special collaboration. Now, moving on to the shoe itself, again, this is a very divisive shoe. It is an incredibly premium shoe. You have premium hairy suede on the upper. You do have hits of 3M material on the vamp of the shoe. You do have a cork insole. So starting with the upper, again, like I said, a hairy suede upper, bright hues of purple. You do have royal blue on the tongue itself and a special Salehe Bembury made in UK 991 V2 tag. So that's something that's obviously special for this particular model. You do have the cork insole that I've talked about before. Now, supposedly the cork insole is supposed to eliminate foot odor if you're wearing the shoes barefoot. So a lot of you may know, or probably already know, when you wear your shoes barefoot, you end up having smelly feet. Cork insoles are supposed to be antimicrobial, which means that you should eliminate smelly feet. Now, I can tell you from experience with my Mars Zero 2.0, that is not the case, and I'm just going to leave it at that. Around the heel counter of the shoe, you do have basically what you see on every Salehe Bembury collaboration, regardless of the brand, is his fingerprint on the heel counter area. You do have that bright hit of orange on the heel counter or the heel tab. You have the V2 and that royal blue makeup. Then in the midsole, you do have that same purple. You have hits of guava and then like an off-white cream colored midsole. But overall, this upper is incredibly premium. You do have that 3M upper. You do have that really, really nice touch with the cork insole. I do recommend probably wearing socks with these. And then on the outsole itself, you do have a bright hit of neon going right up the middle of the shoe. Again, in my opinion, probably one of the brightest and boldest color blocking from a Salehe Bembury collaboration, with the exception of like anything he's done with Crocs, because a lot of those have been in pretty bright and vivid colors. But overall, this shoe is incredibly premium. It comes with an incredibly premium price tag of $275 US, but I think what you get in return is just a fantastic shoe, a great collaboration overall. Now, tying everything together is the shoelaces. You do have 3 sets of shoelaces. You have like a off-white cream colored shoelace, and then you have like a medium purple. I don't know what else to call it. It's not like a lilac or anything like that, but you do have like a medium purple. And then you have a third set that is like a deeper, darker purple color. I am someone who loves to mismatch my shoelaces. That's what I've done on a lot of my shoes, and these are no exception. I think these look awesome with the cream color laces, but I also think they look great with their color matched purple laces. But overall, packaging and the presentation, this has been an incredibly premium experience overall, and I don't really expect any less, especially from New Balance and anyone they have collaborated with, whether it be Salehe Bembury, Action Bronson, and things like that. So overall, fantastic shoe, probably one of my favorite collaborations from New Balance and Salehe Bembury. I do like a lot of the other shoes, but this one, just because of the bright colors, I am a big fan of bright colors on shoes, but This is probably one of my favorites, but that will just about do it for this video. If there's anything I missed or anything you would like to know about the Salehe Bembury New Balance 991 V2 made in UK, colors be the palette, please leave a comment. If you liked this video, like it. If you didn't like it, dislike it. But if you really, really liked it, please hit that subscribe button. Thank you all for watching, and you have a great day.